Hi there. This is Gina.
This is my dad.
Welcome to Gina's Daddy. Thank you again. Last week we left off talking about or speaking on family. And we wanted to pick up on that again. It was so important and such a meaningful selection of topics to talk about till we want to continue that. This week we want to talk about empowering family members. That's helping them to attain objectives that they have set for themselves. One of the first things I learned in social work is not what I want for you. It's helping you get to where you want to be.
Yeah.
And I like to start off by using this as an example. You can tell somebody that there's $100 bill on outside that door for you if you go get it. But that person's desire is to just merely get to the door. $100 bill don't mean anything to them. They just want to get to the door. They never got to the door yet. They want to get to the door.
They don't want to get the $100 bill?
They may not. Their whole thing might be, I just want to get to the door and look out. We never know. I'm just using that as an example. It's a poor example maybe, but I hope you can see the what I'm saying in that.
I mean, no, I get what you're saying. Some people they just even want to be able to reach the door. They haven't even thought about what it would be like to even get to the door. So to get the $100 is like a bonus. No, I get it.
It could be that they have been afraid for some time to venture out.
I got you.
To go out to get the $100 bill means you have to go outside the door.
Right.
Well, I'm in my comfort zone. I'm not going out there.
I don't want to go.
I don't care what it is. I got everything I need right here.
Okay.
But let's see that $100 something I want you to go get. You don't want to do it, I shouldn't force you to do it.
You just want to get to the door.
Right. I should encourage you for making those steps. Okay. And that's what we want to talk about today.
I got that.
We want to share some of our thoughts with you about empowerment. Because every family needs to be empowered to help another family member.
You do. And it really helps you when you help them.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Somebody
has to be strong in the family. If you're not the strong one, and they come to lean on you, what are you going to do?
Fall.
Everybody's going to fall.
Yeah.
There's a prayer, Brother Lee, remember our church used to pray. He said, Lord, strengthen us all that we can't fall for leaning on each other. Think about that.
Because if somebody ain't strong, then everybody else gonna fall. And you never know when you have to be the strong one for somebody. Because people are always like, I'm not as strong as this person or as that person. But you never know how strong you are until you're in a certain situation. And I feel that God equips certain people to have certain strengths so that they can handle things. Like maybe something that you are equipped to handle, I would have to lean on you for, or vice versa.
Absolutely. That's what we're talking about.
It just depends.
And we always use terms like somebody might have to lean on you. What if you're the one have to lean on somebody else?
Sure.
You don't want to fall.
Sure. You
want that person to be able to hold you up. So let's get to this. We have about 10 things we want to go down the line with, and it's our empowering tools. Okay?
Okay.
You want to take first, or you want me to take the first one?
You can do the first one.
All right. It says, to assist or empower, you have to find out what that person's objective is. It makes a lot of sense to me.
Yeah, it does. Because you have to know what it is that they want.
Absolutely.
In order for you to even help them.
If I don't know what it is you want, how can I help you?
Sure.
You said, like the example I just used.
Yeah.
Well, I just want to get to the door. I've never been to that door. Well, here, I want you to go outside. I don't want to go outside. I just want to get to the door.
Yeah.
You don't know what the phobia that they have is. So you have to know what their objective is and help that person. To help that person, you help them obtain their objective. Not yours, but theirs.
And with the second one, it's you must have the inner desire to see one do better. I think maybe that should be the first one, because you have to have that desire to even want to know, to even find out what the person's objective is to even assist.
You should have, but a lot of people just do it in some instances because it's a job.
True.
But to truly motivate and to help someone, you should be energized.
Yeah.
And have the desire to help them. You have to love that person or the persons. Not agape love, but to have a love for the person to motivate.
To care enough.
To care
even
enough.
Want to do it.
Right.
Yeah.
Love may be a strong word, but you have to have desire to see that person do good. And that comes a lot with parents. Parents, for the most part, want their kids to do good. So they try to motivate them. They have that desire. Go to school. Get a job. Do the right thing. Stay on course. That's motivation as we know it.
Yeah.
And we do it because we want the kids, our children, to do good. But you must have that inner desire. Because if it's not that burning fire like in the Bible, just shut up in my bones, you're gonna burn. You're gonna give up.
You're right, Daddy.
You're gonna give up.
You're not gonna want to do it because it's not something that you're passionate about.
Right, because then if I tell you to do something, I know it's the best for you because I went down the road. But you so hard headed, you won't listen to nothing I say. After a while, well, do what you want to do.
True.
I'm not truly helping.
This is true.
I'm not helping. So you got to have that desire. You have to have that desire.
And then the third one is you must have knowledge of what avenue to take in reaching a destination. And make adjustments.
Make adjustments.
Yeah.
There's different avenue for everybody. Everybody don't get to the top, take the same path.
No.
If you want to get to Grand and West Florissant,
that's different ways.
From Kings Highway and Page, there's different ways of getting there.
Yeah.
So I have to have knowledge of how to get you there if I want to help you. And you have to do the same thing if you're trying to help somebody.
True.
It's nothing like where you see the blind leading the blind and they
Yeah,
all fall down.
That ain't going to be good.
Ain't going to be good. They all fall down. And then what? So have knowledge of some idea of helping people. And make adjustments. If you don't know, don't be afraid to say, I don't know. But I'm willing to go and find out.
Yeah, because you can always find out.
Always find out.
I think my favorite one on this list so far is number 4. Have the time needed to assist the slowest traveler. Because as people, we can be very impatient, because we feel like, well, I've said this to them 20 times and they've seen this isn't working and I don't get it, I don't understand. But everybody isn't going to move at the pace that you think that they should. And I have learned that in my life, that everybody isn't going to move in the same pace that I do or that you do or whatever. Everyone has their own pace.
Absolutely.
And so you have to be able to meet them right there where they are and be like, you know what? Well, this is where he or she is, and I'm going to help them with that.
Because
so you have to look at it like that.
Like you say, everybody don't move at your pace.
Yeah.
When you was a baby and I was a baby, our parents walked fast. We didn't.
Right.
They took the time to lead us,
right,
to teach us how to walk and get to where we was going. So I mean, everybody's not a baby, but if you really, really care, take the time.
Yeah.
They will appreciate it. Take the time.
And then be happy for the first step, breakthrough of the assisted. So you have to be happy for them, even when it's that little thing, like little stuff I tell you with my life that I'm excited about. And it could just be like a little step. You're always like, that's good. And I'm glad to hear that because you have to encourage people with that. And you need that. And I need that. Like when I'm telling you, like, Dad, I discovered this about myself today and I feel so amazing about it. And then you're like, I'm so, I'm glad that you're at this point. I'm happy to hear that. And you need somebody to say that to you. Because if they're just like, well, you should already knew that. Or, oh, okay. Then you're going to feel like, well, maybe it wasn't that big of a deal.
There's nothing worse. I can tell you there's nothing worse.
Yeah.
To respect someone enough to let them into your world.
Yeah.